You think you're funny. But little do you know. Oh, wait. I didn't turn on my light. Hang on. Oh. Hi. Hello. We got bread. We got bread. This is a lot of bread. Don't know that I can eat it all myself, but I'm gonna try. It's actually kind of comfy to just like sit here with it and it does look, if I don't have it creased up, it does actually look pretty real. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It looks pretty solid. What's up, the Herman? Inconspicuous Gamer. Were you the one asking? Where did the chat message go? How did I lose a chat? Oh, no, Andy Buddy. I am not doing a high frame rate stream right now because it's just my face. The VODs for it should still be up, though, if you want to check it out on my page when I'm not live. Let me see. Yeah, there's still VODs up from it from November 27th. Ugh. We got the bread. If you missed last stream, you have no clue what this is about, which makes it all the more funny. But we got some good bread. I think we need the shoes next, but we'll see. That might be a little too wild. So how's everybody doing today? Happy Tuesday. This is the first week that I was going to commit to only having 2 videos a week. So what I'm going to try to do moving forward is reduce my upload frequency to 2 videos a week. Maybe a Tuesday and a Thursday. Typically I aim for 3. It's a lot, but I am looking to move towards 3 or 2 videos a week, and I have an editor picking up some of the videos, and so it was going to happen this week because I already had Monday's video yesterday, and then I had my editor editing Friday's video, but then someone in Discord prompted a good question that I ended up making an extra video for. So we're still having 3 this week, but that gives me more time to hang out with you all and stream because I already have this week's videos done. So while I will need to pick up next week's videos, I don't need to do that right this moment, and I can spend more time streaming with you all, getting the good bread, watching some MasterChef. And so, so today, we got some stuff to do. One of which is I want to walk through kind of my thumbnail making process, not necessarily as an explainer for you all, but to bring you all along with me as I make some, because I need to make thumbnails for the 2 videos for this week, and then it's been on my list for years to go back to older videos that have bad titles and thumbnails and make better ones for them. So we can kind of go through and maybe get some of your all's feedback on them, and I can show you some of the tools that I use to kind of take a look at that. Also, I got the first 2 tools in our remote controlling OBS kit in. So I have the express key remote we could set up and try, and then I've got the goofy dumbass little wrist mount thing for phones that I could try as well. So, and there's all sorts of stuff. I finally finished hooking up my glitch art rack down here, which took forever. And I still need a couple more composite cables and BNC connectors for it, but pretty stoked for that. But yeah, that's kind of the main idea. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Again, thank you so much for 10K here on Twitch. I just really wanted to go live today, now that I got the bread. Like, this is one of the more ridiculous things that has ever happened on this stream. And I think it can only get more ridiculous from there. Especially since we weren't looking for this. We randomly ended up looking at Twitch merch and happened to find this and go down this rabbit hole. So, you know, we got that bread. Got that bread. You know what I also need to do is finally set up Stream Deck hotkeys for this profile. I wasn't doing it because this wasn't a permanent Twitch profile, but we should do that. Now all you need is some cheddar. Can we get some cheddar in here? Can we get some cheddar? Some cheddar. Cheddar. Alright, I guess I can sort of show you all me setting up the stream deck just to make it more interesting instead of me clicking blindly. I mean, I still want those bread house shoes for in here. That would be amazing. They're probably going to build up a lot of static though. So this is Stream Deck software if you've never seen it. I've got a big Stream Deck XL mounted right here, like in front of me. However, it's on the other side of, like, my cameras and stuff. And so, especially now with the GoPro mounted, I keep bumping them to hit it. So I need to find somewhere to relocate it directly in arm's reach. But for now, it's mounted up. And so, this is the software. I can make a folder for different buttons. So I can call this Twitch profile, since I haven't had one, and then we can go in here and start adding a bunch of scenes. So for example, I can do record and stream down here, and then I can start scenes. So chat, and then actually with chat, I can alternate my cameras. So yeah, we're gonna make that chat, and then we're gonna make sources for the PTZ camera, the GoPro, and the table cam, which we don't have active right now, but we can still have in here. So table, the source is table, PTZ, and then eventually I'm going to scene nest these even more so that I can pop up the GoPro and things like that on this scene. I don't currently have that enabled. We got that set up, so I just can quickly hit those, and then we can switch on over here to desktop. We can do BRB. I usually have 2 of those. And that's all we really need for right now. That's all the scenes I really have going other than ending my stream. But that way I can more quickly hit these now. So if we wanted to get more advanced with it real quick, I can kind of show you all the nesting. What's up, Powerless Freddy? So I can disable this preview. So, well, that actually doesn't work, because I have my camera here, but it's only the direct camera being added, and I want to nest all of my cameras into one scene. So I can make a new scene, cameras nest, and then add each of them. So I can add my main camera. Of course, I'm not in studio mode, so now you all just see that. Duh. Let's come back. Nickba gifting 5 tier 1 subs. What in the world, Nick? Holy crap. All right. Jesus. Oh, Lance finally got a sub. And Trombone Steve. Holy crap. All right. Well, thank you. I'm here for Graham's Fits on MasterChef. What's up, Powerless Freddy? How you doing? That's an awesome sweater. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, so these are going to go. So basically, I'm just going to add all of my cameras to these scenes. With the main camera on the bottom, and then I can just toggle show all the other cameras over top. Then I can hide them, and then I can come back here. What's up, so wobbly? And then I can come back into the scene we're currently on, find my current camera, add a new scene. We'll call this the camera's nest. Drag it back down to where the camera is. Copy the transform onto the nest. Well, that clearly didn't work because that just made it super tiny. So we're going to reset the transform. I guess because it was already 1080p. So we're going to reset transform. And we're going to scale it down. We're going to scale it to fit in our little camera, which you all can't see. So I'm going to resize the window. There we go. I'm just scaling this down and cropping it real quick, just to fit. That should be fine. And then now I'm gonna hide my other camera source. Okay, so now, assuming that fit right, I'm gonna do the same thing on just chatting really super quick just to make my life easier. I'm gonna add a scene, the camera nest, move it down to my other cameras, and then resize it to fit this little window. And I'm actually just going to copy the transform from the GoPro source. Copy transform. Paste transform. Nice. And then I just realized I forgot one of the cameras on here. So video capture device. It's my AverMedia webcam. Okay. So all that to say, now no matter which scene I'm on here, if I set up my Stream Deck shortcuts, and I know this is basics, but I don't often teach a lot of this the right way, and so I just kind of want to walk through it as I do it, in case it makes more sense. I can now come over here to my sources at the bottom and be like, all right, webcam top for the camera you're seeing right now, and that can be in the nested scene, so I don't have to change it per scene. I can just show it in the same across all of my scenes. Come over here, GoPro, go to the nested scene, choose my GoPro, and then table. And then I also need to add the PTZ scene or camera to the nested scene as well. I forgot about that actually. Because yeah, I don't have that showing. So we come over here, add new NDI source, PTZ, transform, fit to screen. There. Now we go back to desktop. Okay. So now you see the PTZ camera with my desktop view, and I will move OBS out of the way. You see my PTZ camera. I can turn that off. Now you see my overhead camera. Now you see my GoPro. And now you see my main camera. That is a room. Do I win? Yeah, you win. You win. Hey, do you know how to do the Twitch soundtrack OBS for YouTube streaming? YouTube doesn't support it. Twitch soundtrack is a Twitch feature. That's not a YouTube feature. It's Twitch is in the name. YouTube doesn't support it. Ah, did I just do all that and it only just showed up? Or did I double tap it? I don't know. This is something I need to do. I need to make my camera a nested scene, but then I have so much set up with my webcam, it would take a few hours to do it. Honestly, it doesn't need to, because you could just kind of replace it in place like I just did. If you mean Twitch soundtrack as in the music sources, that's just a, I think it's a plugin. Like you could still stream that music to YouTube, but it's not authorized for YouTube. I'd rather you use our music, backing track, backingtrack.gg. Lol. But hang on, if we go here, yeah, there's a web player, you can just play it, or you play the app, and then theoretically that won't matter. Like stopping the VODs from having music in it. Yeah, no, that's a specific website feature that YouTube does not support. That's a Twitch feature. YouTube doesn't have that feature. So yeah, I would just use Save for Music, like backing track. Hey. Oh, I see what you mean. I do wish OBS had a feature that would let you, what are the words I'm trying to say? Like would let you in place swap a source. Like I could, like if I drag OBS here, like if I could right click this source and be like replace with source, that would be game changing for modifying complex layouts and save at least myself and people with nutty like layouts a lot of time. Not something it currently offers, and I don't know that it's even on their radar, but Matt's in the chat, so take note. There was something else I wanted to do as well, but I don't remember now. Have you done a video on OBS Ninja? It's called Video Ninja now. Not that that matters. I have not. It was something that I put off for a little bit. Would that be so you could keep your filters and stuff? Yeah. You could keep your transformations, your crops, your repositioning, and your filters and everything in place, which wouldn't work for, it would not work for scenes of different sizes, like I just ran into with my 4K, when I try to copy 4K transform over to a 1080p transform. That doesn't work. But at least, like, I don't know. I feel like there's some way to make it work to where you could swap it in place. And also because if you have really complex layouts with like the move plugin and things like that, like you just want that individual source to be outright replaced. Or the ability to nest it, like you can do in After Effects or Resolve or Premiere, where you can like right-click the layer and say pre-compose, and then you can go into that nest and swap things around. If you could pre-compose a source into another scene and then modify from there, that would be 200 IQ plays too. Yes, Lance, scene nesting is what we were talking about, but if you already have a layout built without scene nesting, you have no way to get back to that without tedious deconstruction, whereas this feature will let you basically make the nest happen in real time without having to tediously undo your entire setup. That's the cool part, if this feature is possible. I drank hot dog water 4 days ago. Yeah, that wasn't smart. Anyway, how do you do an OBS shortcut for playing a video or GIF image on stream? You just use hotkeys. So, like here, let me open up my other OBS instance here. I'm sure I have an image we can use real quick from a tutorial I was working on. Whee! All right. So this scene, oh my god, I get it. Fade up. This scene has an image on top of it. So I can just come into hotkeys and set a hotkey to show it up. And then I think there's a script that would let it, if I'm remembering right, OBS timed source. There's a script, visibility timer, yes. This is a script that you would run that would just let you, whenever you activate the hotkey, like have a delay until it turns it back off. Effectively. Otherwise, most people just do it with like the Stream Deck and multi-actions. I hope that makes sense. A cold key would be an unplug key. Oh yeah, Exceldro's source toggler switch. That's you're right. That's the updated one. I forgot about. There's so many scripts out there. He made so many last year. I mean, this one wasn't last year, but yeah, this is. Here, I'll show it. That's fine. Tools, scripts, add script. Hello? Where did it go? Oh. Oh, I see. That's fine. Alright, so scripts, source toggler. So then you can set it up here. If I add test. Properties. That's fine. Wait, what? This isn't what I remember. Question mark? I feel like that's not doing what it's supposed to. I looked at this like 3 weeks ago. What am I missing? Maybe this isn't what I was thinking of. I swear I just looked at something like this from him like 3 weeks ago. It's not loading sources, like... What am I missing? What am I adding? It's not doing anything. Source switcher. Duh. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, so here you add your sources to switch between. And you have your timer and things like that. And then you come up here. And this should... There we go. Well, it's still not doing what I'm supposed to. I don't understand. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to populate the existing sources. This doesn't seem right. Whatever. I think the Lua script is fine. Source visibility timer. Whatever. All right, OBS is going to freeze for a sec, so give me just a sec here. Or not. Something in my portable OBS crashes every time, so usually it freezes my main OBS. Yeah, if you have a Stream Deck, then you can just... That's easy. Like, you just show the source. Like, right now, if I add an image to my current OBS, then it's a source toggle for this scene, that image, and I just press the button, or you can set up a multi-action. That's not what I wanted. You can say show source, and then Stream Deck add delay, and then hide source. Thank you for the 1,000 bits, Rush Dark Shadow. What the heck? All right, and now with the multi-action, if I press it, it's going to show it, it's going to wait a second, and then turn it back off. And so you have to set the delay based on the length of the clip you're doing, but if it's a video or a GIF, then you can just set it in the properties for it to not, like, to hide it when it's done playing. So if you have a Stream Deck, it's super easy. Thank you for the 1,000 bits, Rush Dark Shadow. You are wild. What are you up to tonight? We're getting that bread. We're getting the bread. I was gonna work on some thumbnails. We got distracted learning OBS and me fixing my OBS. Because that's what we do. So I've got 2 videos I want to make thumbnails for. And feel free to keep throwing questions in chat. Just because I have an objective doesn't mean we need to stick to it. I want to make sure I always kind of go with that. We got a video for tomorrow that I need to figure out the entire concept for a thumbnail to. And then we have a video for Friday that I generally have an idea of. Inconspicuous. It's amazing. All right. One of these days I'm going to come in with a bunch of slices and really confuse people. All right. So the first, obviously we should prioritize making a thumbnail for tomorrow's video first. So we're going to pop into our good friend Photoshop here. Nickbo with the 1,000 bits. Y'all some mad lads. I love those dogs. That's adorable. All right. Fresh bread, duh. All right. So we're going with the 1080p thumbnail. So the goal first is we got to figure out what in the world we're doing for this thumbnail. This is a situation where I could really use the Move plugin, and I don't have it. Well, I think I have it installed. I don't have it set up. I've never learned the Move plugin because all of my stuff was done in different scenes, and originally the way I had everything set up, you could not do that, and they have since changed it. So maybe at some point in this stream we'll learn the Move plugin, although I think I'm running on an outdated version, but regardless. Should OBS work along with Streamlabs? Do they deserve another chance? Oh, you're asking the tough questions, all right. How do I put this diplomatically? Also, I need a Stream Deck hotkey to change my transition. Why is that not a thing? Why do I have no easy way to switch my transition? Like, I need the ability to, like, transition table on the fly, and I don't have that in OBS. So, how do I put this diplomatically real quick? Let's change scenes. In a short word, no. In a long word, OBS doesn't really have a choice. You see, the relationship, the power distribution is completely imbalanced. Because on one hand, you have OBS, who's making the free open source program that everyone loves to stream with, but some people find too difficult apparently. You have OBS doing this. They're going to keep doing this regardless. Like, they're doing their thing until it's not sustainable or people stop using it, they're doing it. But over here, you have Streamlabs, who has all of their own other services, whatever, but is also, you know, utilizing OBS as a fork to produce their paid program. Streamlabs is going to continue using OBS as a fork because they're not just going to make a new program from the ground up unless they find another company to absorb or steal from, whatever. So Streamlabs is going to keep doing this. Therefore, it's kind of not really a choice on OBS's behalf to figure out a way to make a working relationship happen, because Streamlabs kind of holds the power here in a way. Like, Streamlabs doing their thing doesn't necessarily mean OBS has to do anything different. But it does mean that Streamlabs still has all the financial viability here. Like, it's just a really messed up power scenario that I am not super happy with. But Streamlabs does need to earn it. And I feel confident that whatever happened behind the scenes, that Streamlabs did what they needed to do to make it right with OBS. But notice that they didn't really apologize or change anything about, like, stealing from Lightstream. Like, sure, they got rid of their plagiarism, but that's not the same thing, or anything else. Like, and this is what I said in my original video of, like, Streamlabs going back on changing their name from Streamlabs OBS to something else doesn't fix all the core issues. But I'm gonna let you all make that decision for yourselves. I'm kind of tired of talking about it, but that's my 2 cents at the moment, given that I have zero insider information about what was actually negotiated or worked out between Streamlabs and OBS, aside from changing the name of the program. I know Stream Elements is supposed to be changing OBS Live to something else as well, because they were guilty of doing a similar thing, just without as much marketing or paid access, but would OBS benefit from going private code-wise? Nope, especially since they've been open source all to this point. Wouldn't do them looking good. Imagine they buy Polypop. I am definitely looking into that soon. That looks so freaking cool, especially if you can just feed it into OBS. Like, you can do some wild stuff with that. I'd be pissed if Streamlabs bought it, though. Alright, anyway, thumbnails. As we were. You say can't, Matt, but well, actually, that's not true. There was that one developer, it came up in our Discord. There was a developer of some, like, Linux packages that got tired of million-dollar companies ripping off their work, and they tried to just, like, alter all their code to break all the apps, but then GitHub banned them, so. Yes, that is my local time, Lance. Yeah, GitHub banned him. So what happens if you have the primary maintainer of a code base get banned from GitHub? Does the code just not get updated anymore? Do they try to encourage someone else to pick up the work? How's that work? Because, like, I understand on some level, like, you gotta ban someone who's abusing your platform, but also... That's what forks are for. Yeah, you're probably right. It's like a short-term band-aid to keep all the packages from breaking, but then long-term, you gotta fork them, I guess. I don't know, man. Alright, so thumbnails. So our first video is a video about setting a hold hotkey in OBS using auto hotkey, because OBS does not support it automatically. I made a whole auto hotkey script for it. And then I show how to do it for filter overlays with the OBS filter hotkeys script. And so the core idea we're going with, because when you're making a thumbnail for a video, you want to break down your video into the simplest, most pure, like, widely reaching idea possible. And I don't really know for this one what it would be other than the idea of you want to... Maybe I go with either stop stream sniping or just auto hide your game map. And I don't know which one is more clued in enough, but also widely appealing enough to matter. I'm not sure which. But that's kind of what you want to do with your thumbnails and your titles. You want that one core idea you can focus on and not to put a whole bunch of details in it. So I guess we're going to start with the auto hide game maps. So we're going to kind of get a core idea of what we're doing here. And if you are ever interested in, like, how to improve your thumbnails, just look at channels who are doing things right in your field. So for example, time and time again, Linus Tech Tips show that they are, kind of setting the trends when it comes to thumbnails and what works for them. Like, a bad title and thumbnail for them is the difference between a video getting like 500K views and 1 to 2 million views. And that is a significant difference, even if it's more views than you and I might get, for example. So as a generalized tech kind of channel, you want to look at them. However, there is an important rule here to keep in mind, and that's when it comes to faces. So generally speaking, really, the transition overrode that? Damn it. That's fine. So, generally speaking, the photojournalistic rule, the rule of photography in humans, is that humans respond most to faces of other humans. Excuse me. However, in a sea of thumbnails of people's faces, adding your face to the thumbnail only really adds value if you are a well-known enough creator that the viewer should give a crap who your face is. If they don't have any clue who you are, unless you're expressing a very particular, a very particular emotion that nothing else can convey, your face may not be worth putting in the thumbnail. And I have discovered that even with my own work at my own size, sometimes the face is hindering rather than helping. So there is a decision there. But otherwise, it is literally the core idea. Linus's face and a single component. Linus's face and a single product. Linus's face and a single idea. The case that is like opening up. Linus's face and a silhouette with a question mark. Breaking a GPU. Like, usually 1 to 2 core ideas and as minimal text as possible these days, and the text should not repeat your thumbnail. Now, there are other channels to look at, like for specifically in my niche, we'd be looking at Nutty or Andy Stone. Nutty's is fairly... I didn't mean to click on the video. I'm not a React streamer. Nutty's is usually just his face and the core idea from OBS. I think Andy's been killing it lately. With regards to some of the more vaguer thumbnails, like that face tracking one. Oh, you can't fucking see this. I'm so sorry. I didn't want it to change scenes in the first place, so then I just kind of left it. But yeah, so Andy's like, this face tracking thumbnail right here is solid. This plugin master one, not so much. The text kind of doesn't stick out very much, but then like the social media loop's pretty good. The no voice meter one. However, I will say the best thumbnails in this space right now are gaming careers. I hate to say it. But I think an advantage comes in when they don't post every day. Like they get to do, you know, they get to spend a month on a thumbnail if they want, but like taking out, making your own custom OBS mixer here, that's huge. Like that gets as simplified as possible. People like myself who aren't designers can't necessarily pull some of these off, but I do use them for inspirations. This 5 tips to stream audio thumbnail is incredible. That one is one of my favorites of all time, along with this separate Discord audio one. It seems like they've been improving over time, because some of these I'm not a huge fan of, but like this audio tips one, the track mat one is awesome as well. And this is what happens when, you know, you work directly with the Nerd or Die people, who has a whole team of designers. As a single person, obviously you can't necessarily come up with stuff like that, but the core principles still apply. So we are looking at the principle of blurring out your in-game map, right? And so I'm trying to decide at the moment if I want my face in it. I'm gonna say having access to a designer is a game changer. Yeah, 100%. Like, I wish we all could. I'm gonna say that we're gonna try without a face first. And so what I am imagining here, I'm just gonna like sketch it super stupidly. This is not a brush. All right. So what I am imagining as a concept, and I don't know if this is gonna be appealing enough, honestly, but for my first idea here, I'm literally just thinking of like a PUBG map or an Apex map with an obvious line down the middle and an arrow, and on this side it's blurry, and on this side it's not. And then maybe it says stream snipe, stop stream snipe, or something. Maybe the arrow's down here. Like that kind of core idea. Now, a face might work, but I think a face might detract from it, because like that's a big element. You need it to kind of be big to convey the difference between blur and not blurred. And so I'm thinking face, maybe not. So like, I guess we need to find a map. What has a more recognizable map? Apex Legends map or like Apex, PUBG. And see, some of these, they're not even like rectangles, so that part's a problem. Should be a Warzone instead of PUBG. I don't want to use Warzone though. Fuck Activision. Actually, here's a good thumbnail format we could maybe kind of play off of as well. Like we could have the map, I mean obviously not like this, but like have the map and then have the map blurred and an arrow. Like that could work too, even with the different colors. So literally, like, when you're experimenting and learning things, like, be unashamed in the fact that you are taking inspiration from people, because everyone does in this, and like literally all of content creation is taking inspiration from someone who came before you. So literally, like, I take this idea, I make 2 squares. I'm not going to use the same color scheme. I'm going to use like my preferred colors. Oh, damn it, Windows. Why is my window not at the top? Hello? It's literally, I can't resize the window, but I click through to Chrome anyway. I've closed Chrome so many times by clicking close on a window, and it closes Chrome instead of the window I clicked on. It's super bizarre. Anyway, so we do like a half and half here. Like one color, and then I'll do another one. Oh, God damn it. Make a new layer, do another one with a different color, like a light blue. Why does it keep clicking through to Chrome? Minimize Chrome. Do our second thumbnail here, after I stop going crazy. And then we copy our map in. Apex is kind of blurry. What about PUBG? I don't want to use Warzone, but it might be the best. Because we want to see the map you see when you're like in the game. That looks pretty cool. Actually, I don't know that Warzones is actually a good option. So we're gonna look at PUBG and Apex. Apex's is kind of dark. Ocarina of Time. I mean, we wanted to kind of be like relevant to the discussion at least. Which one are we liking better? PUBG's a little brighter. We could obviously brighten Apex's up a bit, but it's very brown. I think I like PUBG's better. So then yeah, we literally just take it, center it up maybe. Also, I don't think these squares are even. I need to make a new guide. Nope. How do you make it? View, new guide. 50%. There we go. Yeah, those aren't exactly centered. There we go. And then duplicate the map. Excuse me? That's not evenly spaced. Is it? No, it's not. It says it is. Oh, that's because it's not pointing to like the same. Yeah, it's not even. What is with that guide? Why is it doing that? All right, that should be fine. Well, that's too much text for the thumbnail. That might be good for the title, though. Alright, so this kind of core idea, and then we take this right one and Gaussian blur it. Like, just blur the schneid out of it. And then we need an arrow. I have an arrow pack. Come over here to my video packages. Arrows. Something bold. Ooh, that one's kind of bold. That one's even better. Drag that. Flip vertical. We will try to color it yellow. I don't think that's going to work, though, because of the shading. It kind of has that embossed look. I don't know that it works, though. We could just color overlay the whole thing and then do an inside stroke and basically recreate what it already has. So color overlay. Take that color. And then stroke. Nope, not that stroke. Inside stroke. Make it black. Then we basically recreate exactly what it had already. Looks like, oh shit, it does look like the Amazon logo. All right, we don't want that. I don't want motion blur on it. All right, yeah, we want... I mean, someone mentioned putting... What if we just do the red arrow? I feel like there's too much red already that doesn't look right. It does look like the Amazon logo, though. Someone said to put it on the top, but then, like, text at the bottom doesn't really work the same. Maybe we just go without text. Maybe we go without text. So we flip this to the top. I think the arrow kind of looks dumb and flipped, but that's fine. Maybe we bring it down a bit and bring the maps down a tiny bit. They don't need to be centered at all. Color white, you do multiply with the layer on top. You're probably right. Color overlay is fine. Like this, it's fine. Yeah, I'm definitely adding drop shadows to both, probably. Oh, you mean to the red side, like between them. Yeah. I do want a slight... No, not this one, though. A bit of a drop shadow on the maps themselves. Except that looks kind of... it works. And then, yeah, we will put pink over top of blue. And a kind of harsh drop shadow there. Hello, slider. Hello? Whoa. Okay. Computer? Alright. Let's get rid of our guide. Can we... hide guide for now. What do we think? Oh, how do I need to just move my whole camera. Damn it. What is this? Ah, oh, it's an overlay. I can't move it because it's part of the Streamlabs overlay. Fuck. Okay. I would bevel and emboss the arrow. If we're gonna do that, let's undo our color and do like Lance said. We will duplicate it and turn back on the color overlay and set it to multiply, I think it is. Oh, that didn't actually work. Or maybe it did, because there we go. So it's not multiply. Difference? I don't know. Never mind. We'll leave it as it was. Arrow more severe, pointing down. Maybe we just need a more curved one. Like this one, maybe. Or one of these. These are kind of sketchy, though. Versus being, like, bold. If we do... And then I can color the inside of the point yellow. It won't work because of the blending changes. What are you talking about? You said to set the blend mode to multiply. I don't understand. Or it won't work because of the color overlay. Is that what you're saying? That shouldn't matter. I can pre-compose it, though. Or convert to smart object. Oh, you're right. Actually, that still works anyway. And that looks better. That looks a lot better. I don't know. I'm not a... Why is my mouse all laggy? What is happening? I'm not a huge fan of beveling and embossing. I'm not sure which arrow looks better, though. Oh, shit. Do we like this arrow better if I, like... I don't think we do, because it's... I don't know. If I duplicate that and just color the inside here. Yeah. We can liquefy the air to give it more of a curve. Let's try that. We will convert these together to a smart object. Filter. Liquefy. Where's the just like... Can we treat it as a mouth? Ah, no. It doesn't detect the face. If we just make the brush really big. There we go. Oh, wait. No. Shit. Focus just on that part. There we go. Oh no! Why does it not... Why does that not work non-destructively? That's nonsense. Like, that should not happen. Bring me my curve back. Thank you. Alright. Like, liquefy should be rendering things off canvas. That's nonsense. Because now I lost the tip. I just want it like right there, so it's touching both of them. You know of a way you can send an analog signal from a relay to toggle a source or hotkey. Do you have a serial device on your system? Like if you're interacting with like RS-232 or whatever, that could work. All right, so we're gonna test out our thumbnail and I'm gonna show you the tool we use for that. So I'm gonna go over here. We're gonna save in this folder. Why does it keep clicking to fucking Chrome? Because this tiny little fleck of screen space behind Photoshop that Windows won't let me snap over top. There we go. All right, save. Map blur. Export. I'm not a fan of the new export menu in Photoshop, especially because it never remembers your quality settings. But it does remember your export location that's separate from your save location, which makes no sense. It definitely feels like a regression. All right, so we have this video. So obviously we can upload it, but first, we're gonna try out our title and thumbnail. This is a resource called thumbsup.tv. It's actually made by my agency. Bro, why did you JPEG it? Because it's going on YouTube where there's a 2 megabyte file size limit and JPEG's usually the only thing that fits there. And it's a thumbnail. It's a 1080p thumbnail at max quality. That's all it takes. Anyway, this is a tool that lets you see how your title and your thumbnail work together in the normal views that you would see. And I still save the PSD that you would see on YouTube. So for example, you've got your home page. You've got the smaller homepage view, you've got the sidebar, your channel page, and then it even goes down to mobile. So you can see how visible your thumbnail actually is and how good it is at conveying your idea. Now something you'll notice, at least when I'm looking at it even smaller, that smaller view on the sidebar, when I'm looking at it even smaller in OBS, you do not see that arch very much. And so I'm wondering if we want the arch of the arrow to actually be white. Maybe that will stand out more. So I'm going to go over here into the smart object. We're going to rasterize this, and I'm actually going to get rid of, I'm just going to erase this part. Yeah, I export my thumbnails in raw RGB data. All right, we're gonna save. We're gonna export that again. See, it doesn't remember my quality size. It's so dumb. We're gonna call it number 2 just so we can compare. We're gonna drag it back on. Now looking at the smaller size, it looks... I feel like it looks more dumb, bigger, but it's definitely more visible. I don't know how dumb it is, like, if the dumbness really detracts from it. Like, it's definitely more visible. I think the yellow still works here. What about a lighter yellow? Yeah, we could try that. So what if I undo my erase and just change the color? To like yellow. And rasterize layer style, back to multiply. File, export as. Y'all know Photoshop doesn't give you the names of colors for you to pick from, right? Hey. Drag that on there. I think that works. I think that's the middle ground. I think that does it. My only complaint is there's no reference to OBS in this thumbnail. I don't think that will matter because it's in the title and it's before the cutoff point of the title. This actually simulates if you go over 60 characters, your title gets truncated. So this simulates that. So since OBS Studio is in the title, I'm not sure it matters. But this doesn't clearly indicate that we're talking about streaming. I really don't think it matters. Bottom center. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like here. Is that the top? Yeah. So like that or some, or maybe even just half. We'll try it. I don't know that it's needed. I'm actually going to save this as a whole separate PSD at this point. Export as. LO peeking out. Yeah, exactly. Just to, oh, we already had a 3. Just to remind you that it's there. And now the arch is going over the logo, but I don't know if that's too many elements. Because now we have 4 elements. I really don't know which is better. Alright, I'm putting a poll in chat. Let's go. Alright. So either way, either logo or not, we have that thumbnail made. Cool idea. The next one is talking about, is there too much streaming gear? That's an entirely different thumbnail concept. One that may need a face screenshot. So we may have to pull up a program and take a picture. Unfortunately, I think Gaming Careers is the only channel that we looked at that really talks about gear. Like Nutty and Andy don't really talk about gear. And he doesn't have a whole, like that's not even him. I guess I could get a stock picture that isn't him and use it, but I'm trying to figure out, do I want a specific, like, do I want a pile of gear, but then that's too many things and you won't be able to differentiate what they are? Do I want a specific piece of gear and then it seems like I'm calling out the gear? I'm Alpha Gaming. Oh, we could look. What you got, Harris? Well, that's awkward. I hope that's not the same subject. That's kind of the exact thumbnail format we want, though. I really hope it's not the same video. Yeah, like that's exactly what I was thinking of. So let's not steal the same thumbnail. Let's take inspiration from another one, because that's gonna feel like I'm like thumbnail sniping him. He might get mad about that, understandably. I don't want to do that, especially if the video's at all the same. I haven't, this was 11 days ago, I apparently missed it. Something like this could work, where he's holding the camera lens. Like I could do a hand shot, where I'm holding like a webcam and a microphone. Alright, logo definitely won out for the thumbnail, so that's the one we're going with. Shazamo. Like I could do like that angle where it's like at an awkward down angle of a camera and a microphone. Or a capture card and a microphone if I had an interesting enough looking capture card. But then we gotta go set up and take a picture. Which I guess you all probably wouldn't mind, but that might be the play. I kind of like this one, the gifts one. But that does feel like kind of like the same idea. Like I'd basically be stealing this one but flipping my face, and that doesn't feel good. Yeah. This one's kind of in the same line where you have the cameras in front of your face. Should I do hands or face? Let's look back at gaming careers real quick. The split view is kind of cool. If we didn't want to involve me as a subject at all, we could... I hate that it autoplays thumbnails now because it's harder to do this without opening up like JDownloader or something. No, that's not the thumbnail. Damn it, YouTube. Alright, what if I just screenshot it? Do feet. No. Like, we could do something like this. Like, maybe a triptych of, like, gear, slice, gear, slice, gear. That could be a little bit more original. Like... Here. Like... Hello? Why is that not... Oh, that's an eraser. Yeah. So, like... You can't see this part, but capture card, line, microphone, line, camera. Or even do it the other way. That way we're away from the time code, so actually we would do... Like... Capture card, mic, camera. That might work. That could be pretty good, actually. And then I can pull from my existing B-roll. That's it. See? We're taking inspiration, but we didn't directly steal anything because we conjured up a new idea. We just needed to work with the ideas in front of us to figure out what we're doing. This is what I'm talking about. What's up, Teresus? You ever use the RetroTink? Of course! I've made videos on them. I have one in my VHS capture setup right next to me. I have like 4 of them. I need another 5X, but I can't afford that right now. Alright, so we need B-roll of different capture cards. Or of different products, including capture cards. So for example, what is the most interesting capture card we have covered? Most of them do not look very good. They're black rectangles. We could maybe find a shot of my original EVGA XR1 that with the RGB on, if we could get the right angle for it. And then for a microphone, Addie Hill with the Prime sub! Thank you so much! Hope you're having a wonderful evening. Okay, yeah, so maybe the EVGA XR1 with the original one with the RGB turned on. Any microphone at this point. They all mostly look the same. And then I haven't really covered a camera. We'll grab maybe one of my old B-roll shots of the Sony ZV-1. Use the Hopage PVR. Actually, It's also a rectangle. It's a square. Ooh, instead of the capture card, we use the Stream Deck. Hey, Epos, I just wanted to say thank you so much for the AHA script and video explanation. Heck yes! That's the thumbnail we were just working on. We just made a thumbnail for it. Thank you. Glad to help. Very glad you found it helpful. Do you know if the RetroTink keeps a stable image when you fast forward to VHS? It does. You're still going to benefit from a time-based corrector unit. So, an example of that would be like a VCR DVD combo unit, or a DVD writer that takes RCA inputs and passes it back through, or something like that. Like, that's still going to stabilize the signal better. But the RetroTinks are really good at retaining signals with VHS tapes. Yeah, okay. Instead of capture cards, we go with the Stream Deck. So I think I need to open Resolve so we can color grade some. And then I need to grab my footage. So, footage archive, 2021, Elgato Stream Deck 2. Did I take any good B-roll? It looks like I might have. Sweet. Footage archive, 2021. What microphones did we cover? I guess the Epos B20 is good enough. And then we want a camera. So that would be Footage Archive 2020. Sony ZV-1. All right, 6. So we make a new project. We'll call this... Actually, we don't need to make a new project. Oh, yeah, we do. We'll call this Too Much Gear. That didn't come out right. That's fine. It kept typing T's. Why was it typing... Too Much Gear... That came out mostly fine. Where did the capital T's come from there? Whatever. You can't see it anyway. It decided to label my, it decided to add capital T's into my project title. Alright, we'll drag in B-roll set number 1. B-roll set number 2. B-roll set number 3. This is DaVinci Resolve, the video editor I use. So we're color grading 3 different B-roll shots to add into our thumbnail. Completely irrelevant to the topic at hand, but have you tested out the Keo Pro's new autofocus? Honestly, no, I just haven't gotten around to it. Alright, so we want the Stream Deck. Ooh, I forgot. The B-roll for this video was, all these Elgato videos was fucking great. I had so much fun with it. Alright, yeah, one of these is probably best. We'll probably go with that one. We need a microphone shot that's kind of centered. That's probably fine. And then we need Camry, and this was from the apartment. I just need a shot of it on, like that one. Perfect. See, a plan comes together. I'm so glad we're doing this together. That rhymed, and I did not intend for it to, but that's okay. And we apply color grades. Honestly, that looks sick. That looks about centered. We will grab this still to put into our thumbnail. Assuming it's zoomed out enough. Hopefully it is. We got our microphone shot here. Yeah, the problem will be cropping on these because I use a lot of like super close-up shots in my B-roll. We gotta play with the exposure on this a little bit because it got a little spicy there. That's probably fine. Grab still. And then this one, which was shot in a completely different place, so the B-roll is probably going to be shot completely different. Yep, that got really dark really fast. 800? There we go. All right. Pull down our exposure on the PlayStation sign, bring up our shadows. That's not doing anything useful. That's probably fine. All right, where is our... This is not in focus. It looked like it was in focus before. Honestly, well, let's take another glance through these. We need a wide shot, so like it needs to be... I don't know what that B-roll is supposed to be. I want it turned on? Yeah, we might have to just go with it. That's fine. Well, that one's a little better. We'll mark that and drag it on and just copy the same color grade. That was a cool glitch there. I wish I could have screenshotted that. Alright. Yeah, that should be good enough. That was a cool one too. Alright. So then I export these stills, which contain the color grading data, but we're just exporting as TIFFs. We're going to come in here to our... this folder. Thumbnail. Alright, we are in action. This is awesome. So we got our 3 images to import, and we're just going to make a little diagonal triptych here. Boop, beep, bop. I think Stream Deck should be front and center. And the microphone and camera can be on the sides. So camera kind of here. Camera here, because we don't care about the screen. Microphone here. That's gonna be awkward. That's not a wide enough shot, but I don't usually get wide shots of microphones. And then I need my slants. I wish Photoshop easily let you do diagonal guides. I honestly don't know a good way to recommend to make this, other than the pen tool and just half-assing it. I would never play Master Chef on my screen, and frankly, I'm offended that you would suggest it. I think we can do... That was a joke. I'm a man without principles, remember? I think we could just do a line at 45 degrees. Can we just add an angle to it? I don't know that we can. How do I... Well, yeah. If I just make it there... Give us a thick, juicy line. Why is that invisible? Oh, because it's below. Why is the line not visible? Hello? Stroke. Giant ass stroke. Why is my line invisible? Alright, then we make a rectangle. Yeah, Nick gifted you a sub because he's a mad lad. We just make one of these. And then... transform. Rotate. 45 degrees. There we go. Minus 45. Like maybe we put it here. Cut off the edge of that camera a bit. And then we can just pin tool out this part of the camera. Oh, wait. Shh. The camera isn't filling that corner. We did it like that. That's probably fine. You might be visible in 3 to 5 business days. I don't know why it didn't show up. That was really weird. Alright. Now we delete that. Camera, Stream Deck, and then microphone. So we can duplicate our 45 degree boy here. Bring it down about there. And then we take our microphone and put it over top of the stream deck. Make sure it shows up here. That is not a workable shot. You don't know what that is. Shoot. All right, we gotta find a different B-roll shot. One of these days, I'd like to try my hand at making YT thumbnails. There's no better time to start than now. Oh, my folder went away. Just do it. Can you make the mic be parallel with the stream deck? I'm not sure what you mean. Like, I can do that, but like, there's still not enough headroom to cover the angle. And I don't want to do vertical, that's too boring for this kind of thing. Like, I want the 45-degree angle, because I think it's going to be too boring and monotonous if it's just a bunch of verticals. We could probably check a different mic video. This one wasn't the best. Also, there's music playing in the background, so I hope I don't get DMCA'd. I always listen to music when I shoot B-roll. Ooh, the HyperX one. Also not enough headroom. Damn. Mics are just so tall, it's hard to get, like, good-looking wide-angle shots of them. But! I know I have one. Hold up, hold up. The Ethos. I don't even know if that's in my archives yet. Earthworks Ethos. One of these probably works, because it's a shorter mic and I got a bunch of, like, wide from the side shots. We could maybe make one of these work. Or even just the XLR port might work on one of these. Like, if I brighten that up, you kind of know what that is. I don't know if it's the right move, though. Looks like lipstick, yeah. Alright, we'll go with this one. See if we can make it work. It's very dark. Because it's a black freaking windscreen. We could go with the Yeti. I don't know that I want to, though, but we could. I've been a graphic designer doing catalog layouts and photography and emails for 9 years. Damn. Yeah, try something different. What's up, like a fan? After following you so long on YouTube and Twitters, thank you for stopping by the stream. Mask out the mic and increase the contrast with the background. Yeah, we could just... That usually doesn't end up looking great, but if we're just putting it in the corner here anyway, does it really matter? Probably not. So we'll grab this still, see if it'll work. Thank you for stopping by the stream, like a fan. I hope you are having a wonderful evening. Appreciate everybody who comes over from the YouTubes. Alright, let's give this one a try. Because we're just going to rotate it anyway. Like, if we... but then we're missing that corner. Like, it's a microphone. You know what it is. It's probably fine. But we could also brighten it compared to the background a bit, too. If we come in here, just do a super rough job. I'm not even worried about it. Something you learn when you're making, like, timely photo edits and things like that is if people aren't primed to look for mistakes or, like, amateurness, they frequently don't notice it. Once they're exposed to, like, what's wrong with it, they'll realize it. But if they're not thinking about it or looking for it, they'll probably never know. Of course, I've now exposed all of you in this stream, but that's not the point. Use content aware fill on that corner. That could actually work. We'll see how this works real quick first. Clipping mask. Bright boy. That ain't doing much. Dark boy. Clipping mask. Yeah, I think we need the whole thing in there. Yeah, we could try content aware fill. I gotta get rid of my mask now, though. Or just expand it. In that tiny little corner, you can't even see it's behind my webcam frame. Alright, so... I can come in here. I gotta redo that cutout. I don't need to redo the cutout. It's fine. You can see it. It's fine. Alright. Rasterize layer. Let's chop off this little angled bit. What's up, KP Cinti? Alright. You're not going to be able to see the fill very well, but we should be able to make it work. Alright, so... I've never used this, if I'm honest. Select... Like, I've seen plenty of demos of people using the content aware fill, but I've never actually done it myself. New fill layer. Nope. Edit content. Why is it in the edit menu? Yeah, you're right. Alright, but that doesn't keep... I need to expand this a bit. That's not going to work. Cancel. Because I need more than that. So I will just pin tool my selection here. We need it to overlap and not show that awkward border. Selection. Alright. Content aware fill. Looks completely fine, probably. Not great, but honestly, you're never going to notice. Especially if I, like, blur it out a bit. If I drop it beneath this layer, I don't know what just happened there, and blur, like, the edge of both. Yeah, it just looks like a line in the scene. And then, honestly, for the part up top, there is this little corner. You're not going to see it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because now that I'm already zoomed in, I might as well. Funny, when you know it's there, it sticks out bad, but yep, exactly. And that one you're never gonna notice even if you were looking for it. Alright. What do you think? The concept, actually, it doesn't matter what you think. We can preview it in the tool. I don't need notifications, VLC. I never need notifications of what song is playing. Alright, we can go in here. Streaming gear plateaued. Streaming gear. Stream Deck takes most of the thumbnail. Yeah, I mean, it's the most recognizable product. And it's the most interesting looking one. I don't see anything wrong with that. And actually, I'm going to make another adjustment below the rectangles to just generally... My only concern is the PlayStation logo. You don't really see it, though. Like, you get corners of it, but you don't really know that it's the PlayStation logo. Unless you mean the one on the Stream Deck, and that doesn't matter. I'm going to do, like, the levels or, like, general contrast adjustment here. Somebody going to DMCA the thumbnail. The big white blur against the white edge. Oh. I'm not fretting it personally. I can, like, burn it. Well, that's not gonna work. It needs to be 50% gray. Actually, I'll just do it directly on the layer. Fuck it. Now it's green. We could do, like, a pink and a blue. We can make the lines colored. We just have to go super bright and saturated. Not outer glow. Actually, we could do a drop shadow as well. Or yellow, I guess. I'm not as big of a fan, but like we could go balls to the wall, like thicken the lines a bit more. Yeah, we could do that too. So that plus the little softened drop shadow. I'm not a big fan of that. Actually, that might work if we bring it back a tiny bit and like reduce it. Real soft. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. All right. And then maybe thicken it a little bit if we go to the rectangle tool. But then I gotta change the other one too. Like that. That thicker looks a little bit better, so we'll duplicate that over to this side. And we'll have to switch the shadow and colors and stuff, but that's fine. Actually, we want this one encroaching as much as possible on the stream deck. Yeah, about there. We'll change the color to hell if I know. And we want the drop shadow angle to be the opposite. About there. Nope. Shit. Big bright ass baby blue. Alright. I still see what you mean about the PlayStation logo now. Now that you point it out, I'm really bothered by it. Fuck. I'm really bothered by it now. I don't know how much it matters when you aren't obsessing over it like I am now. Just content aware fillet. You can clone stamp it out with just a lot. What? Maybe. Because it'll just be blurred out bocaliciousness. Bokalicious. And then it just gives like an outline to the mic. Damn it. I feel like this looks really dumb, but... Nope. No, that looks fucking terrible. Okay. Undo all of that. Yeah, I think it's fine. Let's export and then see. All right. All right, our title... Plateaued is probably too big of a word for this. We probably want, like, Is there too much streaming gear or something? The mic is really hard to see. Like you really can't see anything there. Something like an RE20 would work. Has streaming gear peaked? You're right. That's right. That's better. And actually I can put that in all caps. Alright, maybe we would go with like an RE20, something silver. We need something silver. Have I reviewed a silver mic recently? They're all black. Why are they always black? Give me some colorful microphones for the love of Jesus. We had the Behringer mic. Or the Icon Pro was silver. My Yeti's dark blue though, so it'll still kind of blend in. The Beacon mic. Oh, that reminds me. I can show you all the boxes for my Beacon mic, but I can't actually unbox them in front of you. That's unfortunate. My Yeti is dark blue. Yeah, this is silver though. That might work. This B-roll's really dark, but I can make it work. Still the PlayStation logo on that one. Hopefully the alien head isn't too distracting. Things that work for video don't always work for arbitrary photo decisions. Alright. Color. Yeah, I gotta make this a lot brighter. There we go, there we go, there we go. Drop a color dodged or screened pink gradient behind it. Wouldn't that interfere with the line we just put in there? Wouldn't that interfere with the pink line? That seems like not the right move, but maybe I'm wrong. All right. Go away, camera hub. That's like the third time today. Alright, that's probably a lot better. That is nice and bright. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Alright, we'll just crop this off. Probably easier than spending unnecessary time on it, especially since I did want to get to some older videos today. Enterprise rating with a party of 96? You brought 96 people to this stream of me making YouTube thumbnails? Are you okay? Do we need to talk? Thank you so much, Enterprise. I hope you had a wonderful stream, and I hope you're having a great evening. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you to anyone who's coming over from Enterprise's stream. You all are amazing human beings. We are just wrapping up making some thumbnails for some new videos I'm working on, and then we are going to remake some thumbnails for some older videos as well. Let's make sure this one works, though. We're going back to thumbs up. Raid! I love that animated raid emote. I still need to get me one. Oh yeah, that's loads better. That is loads better right there. This is the thumbnail. We did it, chat. We did it. We got that bread. We got the bread, chat. Ah, crap, it went to my starting soon screen. What the hell? Why? We got the bread, chat. Thank you so much for stopping by the stream. I'm all about the letters. Those are sick, dude. I love those emotes. What's up, Hi-Fi Theory? My thumb is looking great even on my small... Hell yeah. We made a good one. Go ahead and get that changed over. What's up, the Douglas Buck? Alright, and we are calling this has streaming gear peaked in all caps. Alright. I played drums in Star Citizen. That sounds like a really awesome combo. I'm supposed to be getting better at this whole like introduction thing when I get rated or whatever. So, hello. If you're stopping by the stream, I'm EposVox, also known as Addy. I am the stream professor, as that sign right there says. That's my credentials. I teach people how to use OBS and Wirecast, if you want, or whatever, XSplit, how to stream, how to make the best content possible, whether you're recording or streaming or doing presentations or classroom teaching or what have you, and ideally other tech things. And I also get into nostalgic stuff like my glitch art and retro video games and things like that. So thank you for stopping by the stream. I don't stream super hardcore on a consistent basis. My main focus is on YouTube, but we're moving things over so that I can focus more on streaming and doing cool stuff here in the studio as time allows. Yeah, that's me. Hello. We also got bread. Last stream, I was bought bread, so we have bread. This is the biggest bread on Twitch. That's my claim to fame. I have the biggest bread. Certainly looking at starting streaming, so I think this ought to be a great channel. Thank you! Oh, Jay reviewed your setup. Sick! I haven't actually seen his review videos yet, so I should check that out at some point. Dude, I love this thumbnail we made. Like, originally, I wasn't sure how I would, like, present the video. Careful, you will start a new bread meme for it. I'm here for it! But, like, originally I wasn't sure how we'd, like, market this video, but that thumbnail... There's something so satisfying about spending just a little bit more time on your thumbnails. And, it just... And it pays off, too. Because literally, like, something that isn't talked about enough, that I don't think gets enough... Like, people are finally catching on now, but, like, I don't think it's talked about enough overall, is titles and thumbnails are not, like, the title or abstract or something of an academic video essay. It is literally an inline ad competing with hundreds or thousands of other advertisements in the exact same slot, competing for those eyes and those clicks. And so you want as competitive, as satisfying, as targeted of a thumbnail and title as possible with the simplest idea, with 3 subjects max. And the more you put into making the best possible thumbnail, there is a direct correlation to the better your video can perform, assuming you pull off a good thumbnail. We're going to look at some thumbnails that aren't so great on my channel, and we're going to check out here that we should improve. But the core principle still applies. By the way, if you're interested in the tool I was using to preview your title and thumbnail, it's called thumbsup.tv. Free to use. Check it out. And we need to remake some of my worst thumbnails, I think, for some videos that did not perform very well. If on the off chance you all actually know of a thumbnail you saw on my channel or something that you were like, that thumbnail sucks, man, why'd you make that thumbnail? Let me know so that we can remake it. But otherwise, we're just kind of going to take a scroll through the channel for some poor performing videos and see what we can do about it. So I've been trying to kick butt recently on it. So like some of the newer ones aren't necessarily worth redoing, especially since the videos generally perform okay. But if we jump back to some of the really old ones, we're going to start kind of like, I want to breathe some life into the older videos. Got to rate and run, you rule. Look forward to your next video. Thank you so much, Enterprise. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you to anyone who's hanging out with us after that. See ya, dude. Dudette. Alright, so this video did not perform super well compared to what I thought it was, or would, especially with, like, I felt like that was a good title and thumbnail. I don't know I don't know that we can create a new thumbnail for it without me reshooting things. That's going to be the problem we run into with some of these is like, I don't have the computer or anything anymore, so reshooting that thumbnail would be very, very difficult and probably not worth it. Like, it was more just kind of a build vlog, a work vlog for you all, not so much a high-hitting, trending video. I'm not going to screw with the moving vlog stuff, like, they're there. It's fine. right before the moving vlogs, we might have gotten weird, though. I was attempting a new text strategy here that I used to do back in the day where I had the black blocks around the text. I kind of like it, but some of these are okay. I was also using the frames at the time, which I don't use anymore and don't generally recommend. Honestly, this MV7 versus SM7B thumbnail is absolute trash. But again, without reshooting it, I'm not sure we could pull out a better one. My B-roll wasn't great because I was cramped in the apartment at the time, and the video performed fine, so... Trying to... If you see any that stand out that, like, really suck, just let me know. As we go through here. I'm trying to just focus on view counts initially. Like, this one isn't great. You can barely tell what's in the background. The water cooling one. So let's take it. I can actually just go open the thumbnail directly here. Footage archive 2020, I believe. What was it called? I don't even... Custom water cooling. Yay, nice. Thumbnail. So here's the thumbnail file. Red borders are the worst. Yeah. Actually, we're going to take the frame off of this one entirely. Clearly that doesn't convey what I thought it did at the time. So let's look at the video, or the B-roll. Ooh, we could look at the B-roll and see what we can pull from it. This is all shot on Panasonic instead of my Blackmagic stuff, so it's going to be a little weird, but we'll make it work. Did I get anything we can actually... So here's the shot we use. It's mentioned that the Alpha Cool logo is kind of hard to see. You're not wrong. I don't know that I cared so much about the logo as the tubes themselves, but again, it's really dark. Looks fine here, but shrunk down, you kind of lose it. Yeah. We could target, like we could... Damn it. That's going to give me notifications again. We could, brighten it up, but even, like, still, like, I don't know that... I don't know that it matters, it's just really dark. That's tough. Let's see what other B-roll we got here. We got with all the paper towels in it. I wonder if I have a shot of me filling it? That's just getting the air bubbles out. Oh, this is the hardware before. Ah, the rest is from the stream VOD. That's unfortunate. Maybe a water drop emoji where, like... in place of something? That sound is really obnoxious. Yeah, this was... Oh! Can we work with that? I don't know that that's any more, like, obvious of what it is. Like, that's a water pump, but is that really all that informative? Let's see what we can do with some color magic. Let's see here. Definitely bring up all the darkness. We'll hide the nodes for now. Oh. Okay, definitely don't want to boost contrast. That didn't do what I wanted. See you later, Gizmo. So maybe... We'll grab that still. I think what you need to be visible is the RGB around the fans. Some of the water block and tube on the left in your salad. I'm not sure I understand what you mean. Oh, like just this kind of cutout here? That's what I was thinking with me on the right. Like, I can reuse this shot, honestly. It's like we drag this in. Super Mario Sunshine, full water, jetpack squirting water into your eye. You have a nice clear shot of the res filling up? I don't. It was... all of that was done during a stream, and I just used stream footage. What if I did... yeah, something like this, where you see that right there, and then I can blow me up to fill in some of this other space. Like... and the brightness kind of accentuates that half anyway. I think this still needs to be brighter. I don't know why I'm not getting it super bright in the editing here. I guess because it was shot in H.265 or 4, so I don't have a lot of headroom here. I'm gonna export this still as well. I don't know if that made any difference. What do you think about that? And I could still... I have something I can do for this too. So duplicate this layer, rasterize. We're gonna do a little magic here. We're gonna erase all of this. Erase all of that. And we're gonna brighten just this part. Clipping mask. Give us a nice hot spot of focus. And we're also going to... we're gonna smart layer this. Yep. We're gonna duplicate it again. We're gonna overlay, filter, high pass. Give us some sharpness. Do we think that works? Thank you to everyone who followed from the raid, by the way. Much appreciated. I think that's better than what we had. It's at least more clear. Like, I don't think we can get a perfect shot without going out and shooting again. Kind of iffy on the bright right corner. We could basically just marker over that. Like, for real. No one would know. Like, just fucking black it out. We can move me over a little more. I don't know if that's weird having my face cut off. Try grabbing a color from the case. Yeah, get more of a darker. Let's get... turn off these for a sec. That probably blends in better. The tangent the tube makes with the res bugs me. Yeah. Face cutoff wasn't bad. The problem if we push me too far over is we lose some of the central focus here because we have this weird dark spot. So I think like right there, unless we move the whole thing over, which we could do, but we have too much dead space there. Like, I think this is kind of framing it up so that your eyes go to the right place. Yeah, I think this works. We're gonna save over it. Thumb 2, export. Why does export not save where you save? It used to. Alright. Let's try this out. What was the thumbnail called? I don't want to open the video. Whoop. Obviously, it's going to be truncated, but that's fine. Yeah, I think that's a lot better. Like, if we... go between... Can we go between thumb and thumb, too? Yeah, like, I think that's objectively a much better thumbnail. It's brighter. Everything's zoomed in more. There's not... Like, this one has a bunch of kind of wasted space, and the frame is pointless. You can't really tell what it is. This one, you clearly see a fan, a water res, and a tube. And then my face. Like, I think objectively we improved the clickable value of this video. Even if it's not the best thumbnail overall, like, we made it more clickable. I think. And that's the goal, right? I think we can take off on my main workstation out of the title. Can we slim it down? If we take out water cooling, we can fit it within 60 characters. So instead of the... Why did I close thumbs up? Instead of the truncated title, we can just do, I said I'd never do this. Actually, we don't even need the dividing line either. I don't know why I always use that. I said... Why did I... I said I'd never do this custom... First time custom loop. Does that work? Or should I do first time water cooling loop? Water cooling's probably at least more SEO friendly. Does that stay within 60? It does. I said I'd never do this first time water cooling. Actually, you don't even need the loop, but it doesn't take away from it. First time water cooling is like more appropriate, right? Like, you don't even need the loop, just first time water cooling. Can I do first time custom water cooling? Does that fit? Oh, it does. Okay, what about that? What about that? I said I'd never do this first time custom water cooling. Because a loop really... I'm a hardware guy, so I'm already in the loop. But I'm gonna bonk you with the bread. Bread bonk. Bread bonk. That should be one of my emotes. Bread bonk. Yeah, I think first time custom water cooling makes perfect sense here. Alright, so that's SEO and click grabby at the same time. Alright. Freaking perfect, y'all. Change thumbnail. Bam. We just improved the quality or clickability of an old video that I wasn't ever going to look at again. And we can just keep this going. So we knocked that one out. Let's find something else that's performing poorly. I don't like this one, the video for Rainway, which is kind of funny because I'm using their water bottle here. I'm not sure it's one I can fix without shooting to. Let's see here. It was just a big sponsored video, so really doesn't matter, but... Oh, my little baby. He's almost 2 now. Anyway. Like, I don't know, especially because this was right when my kid was born, I don't know that I got any super usable shots. A lot of it was dark and moody while he was sleeping. Like, something like this might work, but it's so dark. Yeah, all these shots are really dark because all the B-roll I could get actually like at my computer setup was when my kid was sleeping. You got that bread. Good thing you got all that Twitter beef to make a decent sandwich. That's hilarious. I really feel like this could work. Maybe I steal a shot from another phone review I shot. I think it was 2019. It was the... Frick, what's the company that got banned? Huawei. Maybe it was 2018? B-roll might not be good then. Huawei. What kind of B-roll I got? It's already been compressed. That shouldn't be a problem. It's gonna be slow, so apologies if frames start dropping for a sec. Do we got any hand shots that are worth you? Oh, it's also dark. Son of a biscuit. Well, that's my old phone. Where's my gameplay shots? I mean, that's what I use for the thumbnail or something, probably. I still have a P30 because the Surface Duo 2 is crazy expensive. Nice. I mean, what was this? Was this the P30? Mate 10 Pro. Like, it was a great phone, had a really long battery life. Ooh. Maybe that shot works? Because, like, the whole point is just playing games on mobile. Now, granted, with Rainway, it was streaming it from my PC, but I don't know that that really matters. How did you run out of storage upscaling a DVD? Like, I don't know that it matters that I'm just showing... Like, it's Tekken. Like, does it really matter that it's a mobile game? Probably not. Where did my marker go? There we are. It's still really dark. The thing is, though, like, when it comes to YouTube... Getting more views on your older videos, like, is the difference between being, like, the difference in level of work of just being able to change a couple things and getting more views on your older videos versus making entirely new content and just hoping it takes off. Like, this is way better ROI. Carcinogen, this is not your first time chatting. Also, I didn't know you were a partner. Congrats. Like, this is really dark. We could play with it in Photoshop to brighten it up. Because we're not going to get too much here. Yeah, now we're getting into some weird uncanny valley territory, but... What are we looking at for the actual Rainway video? That was 2020. Ooh, I have some B-raw. Whoa, why do I have so much footage? Oh, you were doing PNGs. Yeah, that'll do it. Alright. We got ninja shots, which are going to be all with the freaking lights off. That one's a tablet. Ooh, here we go. I'm playing Halo on an iPad. Like, is that not compelling? Let's work with that. Is there any better shots? Nah, not really. Like, we can crop in on it a bit and stuff, so it's just like... just the tablet in my hands, but like, we can come in here, boost them, yeah, buddy! Boost the mid-tone, boost the highlights a bit, blow that screen out a little bit. That's fine, no one cares. Controller's still dark. We could dodge it in Photoshop a bit, but it's probably gone. Oh no, it's there, it's there! That is boosting shadows to 100%, but it is there. Alright, then we bring the highlights back down a bit. Oh, we rescued the screen too. Alright, desk looks dirty. That's fine. Cat hair. We can crop it here though. Like, that's pretty good. We could blur out. We could blur out that part, blur out this part, and we're good. Are you recreating an old video? We're making thumbnails for old videos that did not perform super well and had crappy thumbnails. So for context, the thumbnail we were looking at is this one right here. It's me holding up a phone. The phone says Apex Legends. You cannot tell that it says that. And it's got a bunch of text. Really, This didn't convey anything. Like, this was a bad thumbnail. So we're making a new one. So we will come in here to the Rainway folder, thumbnail. Come back to Photoshop. Like, we can really punch in on it here. Just make it clear it's an iPad. That's probably fine. And then we just blur the shit out of some of this. Just watch your LUT video and it makes a massive difference. Heck yeah. Thank you for stopping by the stream. That's an older one too. Ironically, I have yet to make a LUT for this setup for OBS, so everything just kind of comes in raw. Hardware AV1 video encoders on graphics cards win. I wish I could tell you. I'm optimistic that it might be NVIDIA 4000 series, but that might be too early. We might be waiting a whole nother generation. But given how long we might go between generations right now due to all the shortages and blah, 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 we might see it. Which cameras do you usually use with your Ninja V? These days, none. Like, these days, my Ninja V is just for, like, screen capping and random side projects. Like, I don't have any real use for it anymore. I was using a combination of the Ninja V and the Ninja Inferno to simultaneously screen cap and cap my camera, but audio routing was a problem, and I quickly ran out of disk space too much, so I wasn't too worried about it. In this particular video shoot, I was using it on my GH5S, I believe. I had originally, like, got the Ninja V to use with the GH5S for the Panasonic ProRes RAW, and that turned out to be terrible. ProRes RAW just kind of sucks. Like, it was no more useful to me than just shooting H.265 in the camera. And by blurring it, we get rid of a lot of this RGB noise from cranking the shadows up. I think it works. I think it works. All right, we're going to... Actually, we should have done the opposite, but that's fine. We'll blur this. Blur Gazian. Just give it a big old nice chunky blur. We don't need to see it. There's that weird line, but I don't think it matters that much. Like, I can come in here on the original and take my blur and just... Field blur would work well here. Good to know. I honestly don't ever mess with pretty much anything other than Gaussian, just because it's what I've always known. It's been kind of on my list to experiment, but I'm like the mathematical blur, the only blur. That video is within the first 10 on the front page when searching creating a LUT. Wow, that's awesome. Honestly, this is fine. Like, thumbnails, so the thing is, thumbnails don't need to have really great, like, design principles or even photography. It needs to just be super simple, focused on the one thing, which is why even the, like, Linus Tech Tips examples we looked at, like, these are not obeying rules of photography so much as it's Linus cut out on a colored background. Like MS Paint stuff almost. I mean, they put a lot of work into it. It's not MS Paint work, but, like, you know, they're not getting it completely right for the point of that. It's just getting Linus separated out and everything like that. All right, so we can swap this thumbnail. I think it'll look good. I feel like we can throw in a red arrow or like a box or something. I know it's cliche, but it works. And what works, works. And we have some dead air to work with here. I hate using the same trick over and over, but honestly, like, if something works, there's little reason to not do it. Zoom lines go all anime. I'm not sure. Like, what if we just have... Oh, lol. Like, big Chonker's arrow. Just, like, pointing at the screen. Be like, yo, check this out, homie. That's Halo on an iPad. I feel like the lines would get a little lost in the, like, side part. I could do a bunch of little arrows to, like, emulate the zoom lines. Ooh, or something like this. Get it, like, angled right with the iPad. Actually get it, like, right on the screen. And then I can duplicate it on the other side. And I don't think these even need to be orange or yellow or anything. Those are kind of harder to see. Like, that's actually pretty cool. Go with the anime speed. Yeah, I don't know that that will really show up. I mean, if you actually get... That's not a transparent. If you actually get, like a video that resonates with audiences and performs really well, like, you can literally see the difference within 12 to 24 hours. Yeah, like, I don't think these lines are going to add anything that necessarily makes sense. Maybe it does, though. Maybe I'm being too... We're gonna save this out first, and then do one with the anime lines. Always test. You all have ideas? I'm gonna test. But yeah, like, if a video starts clicking, you could see results almost immediately, like within a day. But on a video like this one specifically, I'm gonna say we may not at all, because realistically, even the title, like... What do you mean, more anime lines? The title isn't something that necessarily is gonna perform. I don't know how to explain that, but, like, it's not gonna be a big hitting video. Like, and then I gotta erase it around the subject. I don't feel like that adds anything. I feel like you all are just memeing on me now. And then if I scale it up to fit around the iPad, we get this awkward, like, I don't think that works. I think you all are trolling me now. Ooh. Before we go too far, let's take... Let's try to sharpen up the gameplay a teeny tiny bit. And actually, the contrast was working there as well. Here's the link, carcinogen. Outer glow around your hands so it blends less with the iPad. We could do that. Make another duplicate. You think anybody will bring back USB graphics cards? I mean, they still exist. They just always suck. Like, I don't see any reason, especially since so many CPUs have an iGPU these days. Like, I'm not sure what value they add to the world that would be worth any additional emphasis. You can't make them in a way that is really all that useful. I mean, theoretically with Thunderbolt, like, you have some bandwidth available, but I don't know, man. Yeah, like, that bandwidth would be used to communicate to an actual GPU. You're not gonna... Like, that's the thing, is you can already do external Thunderbolt GPUs. You're just not gonna... Like, you can't get them cheap like the USB ones. Just get a display output without a graphics card. I mean... Eh. I don't... I see no reason. Because the market that would use that would be the, like, pre-built market. And that market would have iGPUs. Or whatever. Like, I don't see it happening, personally. Alright, that looks like ass. It's because the fingers are blurred out, so you're getting, like, it's hard to choose where to crop without cropping off the fingers. We're gonna have to restrict our selection a bit. Select, modify, contract. Increase the range to max on the glow. Decrease spread. Yeah, but you still get the weird... You get the black gap. That I need to fix. Select, modify, contract. 3 might be enough. 3 might be too much. Select inverse, delete. Maybe if we just manually start erasing a bit. I'm gonna save it in case I mess it up. I mean, the thing is, so for context here, in the middle of a silicon shortage, which is why it's so hard to get a graphics card, there's not a feasible way to spin up an entirely new product concept and stack to then use silicon and spit out products in the middle of said shortage. So by the time they actually spun it up and produced those products, the demand for that product would be non-existent, and thus the product wouldn't sell. Like, I don't think there's any way to make that work where it wouldn't suck for the person trying to make it. What if we just, like, erase the darker part here? We got microphone cam. We got the biggest bread on YouTube. We do good stuff in this stream, okay? And here I thought you were my friend. Alright, that's looking a lot better. That works. I think that works. This is like a stupid thumbnail, but it freaking works for the purpose. Like, I wish this was for a better video. I just splashed myself in the eyeball. Nice. Alright, yeah, we're saving this. Let's try it out. That's the joke, Command Shift. That's the joke. Because remember, I have no principles apparently, so I'm just gonna embrace that fact. All right, yeah. That looks... All right, Alex, I appreciate the outline suggestion, because that was... This is the thumbnail. If this video had this thumbnail 2 years ago, it might have been a better video. That's not the thumbnail. Just loafing around without principles in this stream. Oh, that's so much better. So much better, dude. And the problem is, and this is why this is also part of why I'm reducing my upload frequency. Like, when I upload with the frequency that I do, I don't have the capacity to churn out, like, to focus this hard on thumbnails. I just don't, especially when I'm finishing the video, like, the night before the video goes out. Like, I just don't. Like, this Razer webcam thumbnail is horrible, too, but the video performed well. So, like, doesn't matter. All right, let's find one we just changed here. There it is. It stands out more because all the frames, but, like, that is solid. That's a thumbnail. Fuck, dude. I really hate the idea that theoretically, like, the difference between me getting 4,000 views and nearly 100,000 views. There's an error displaying chat. Did I just get kicked offline? Or is Twitch chat just bugging out? No, Twitch chat's just bugging out. Okay. Why is Twitch chat broken? Great. Okay. Hi, chat. Principal who's need 'em. What was our... Oh yeah, don't focaccia on the criticism? I don't know what that means. Finally able to catch your stream. Looks like my issue wasn't the extension, though the active cable helped. Switch from 3.0 to 2.0 and all working fine. That's really weird. I'm glad you got it fixed, though. Broke for me too, and refresh seemed fine. Can I refresh in the OBS panel? F5. No, I cannot. Can I clear it? Refresh. There's a right-click menu. Thank goodness. Okay. There we go. Thank you. Oh, error displaying chat. It's breaking again. What in the world? Why does it say welcome carcinogen to the channel again? Yeah, chat has broken in OBS. Alright, I'm just gonna move my Twitch tab over and cover up OBS, I guess, so I can... I guess that works. Anyway, what I was saying was it really bothers me. Like, it fucks with your head as a creator. And I guess I will switch scenes here. Will this show chat? Can I see chat in my just chatting thing? Hey, it does. Okay. I have no clue if there will be another 1600 AF. I have no reason to have insight on that. We can assume at some point they might spin it up, but I have no idea. But yeah, it really fucks with your head as a creator. For you to put like a ton of work into your videos. And theoretically, the difference. Like, it doesn't matter how much work, effort, thought, planning, whatever goes into your videos. The difference between getting like 6.3k views or 4.8k views and like 50 to 100,000 views in part comes completely down to the title and thumbnail. And like, obviously, I literally just explained that it's all about advertising. Your video is an ad slot slated against hundreds of thousands of ad slots and you have to compete with it. But it feels like that should be an afterthought. Like, it shouldn't be as high priority as it is. And it's really frustrating. Like, and like, you can't argue with the logic of it. Like, if someone's choosing a video to watch, you can't just be like, well, you should click on the less appealing video. Like, No. But it also sucks to like put a shit ton of work into a video and it come out and be like, well, I couldn't figure out a clickbaity enough thumbnail concept, so no one's gonna watch it. Like it's really like, this isn't meant to be like a big complaint. It's just, this is why I'm doing this, because in the moment, like, it sucked to go back and see how badly some of the videos I put a lot of work into. Like the brine thing. Like this was basically like a mini documentary with freaking... Oh wait, no, this was the original discussion. Never mind. Screw that video. That one doesn't matter too much. How did the other brine video do? Where was that one? That was when we moved in. Like, it was one of my first videos here. I'm way past that. Okay. Honestly, that one did worse than the first one. Like, that's a terrible thumbnail. At this point, no one gives a shit about brine. So, updating the thumbnail doesn't matter for that one. But, like, what annoys me is when a title is a tease and doesn't tell you at all what the video is about. So, let's break this down, okay? I 100% agree, but I also disagree. And I want to talk about that difference real quick, because what happens is I don't know if you were there when I explained it at the beginning. The most optimal title, thumbnail, advertising headline, whatever, the very most optimal title for a video appeals to the most broadest, like, feeling, fear, idea, belief, or desire in someone. So like for my video, what did we just do? For my video, the title went away. It reset my title on that video. That's really upsetting. The Hold Hotkeys video. Okay, so the video that we just did. What's up, Jay Brucifer? Party of 8 raid. Holy crap, welcome to my stream. I'm EposVox, the stream professor. We have the biggest bread on Twitch, and I teach you about live streaming and content creation, and currently we are making thumbnails for my older videos, and YouTube just up and decided to delete the title in the video we were working on. But anyway, like in the video about holding the hotkeys and blurring out your in-game map, I could make a video that's how to get hold hotkeys in OBS Studio. That would be an absolutely dogshit title, because while it's very descriptive to the point, if you don't know what that is or why you want it, you don't have a reason to care, you don't know what you don't know, and you're not going to click on it. However, if I say something like stop stream sniping or how to hide your in-game map, that appeals to a very specific desire that a lot of people will have, and it's a better title for it. So some of my titles when it comes to like OBS plugins and stuff, as I will show here real quick, like this one sucks because it truncated, but you might have the entirely wrong mindset about streaming. Assuming you see the streaming part, that doesn't really tell you anything what the video is about. But it at least gives you the clue that, okay, there's a mindset about streaming that I might have that I need to learn more about. A lot of people really complain if you don't give the answer to a question in your video. Like, the best OBS plugin is this. And they're like, well, why didn't you tell me? It's like, because I spent all this time, effort, and money making this video, and I want you to fucking click on it. That's why. So, yeah. I have a dumb, completely unrelated question. Your studio is in a garage, right? Yeah, we installed, it's insulated. It was already fully insulated and drywalled, and then we installed a HVAC unit in it, so I have heat. So it already stays between all the computers and neon and CRTs and everything. Like, it already stays pretty warm. Like, I run the heat in here way less than in the house, but we do have a heating and air system in here with full ventilation ducts we ran and stuff. It's all covered right here in the moving vlogs. Bread is good. You're not wrong. But yeah, anyway, it really sucks to just like not be able to conjure up, at least in the moment, the right thumbnail for your video, and it be the different, like it be a video that could perform really well and not. And I've reached the point with my channel that I refuse to believe that titles and thumbnails are the only thing holding me back, because I've been killing it lately with some of these, and I'm still not reaching a big enough portion of my audience. A lot of that does come down to the fact that I make like a variety of different subjects, and someone who doesn't care about OBS but subscribed for gaming related topics or CRT stuff or Windows tips, I can't make them care about OBS if they're not interested in OBS. There's no benefit in doing so. Same thing with my super nerdy capture card reviews. Realistically, once you've watched enough capture card reviews and you have the capture card you want, there's not a whole lot of value other than keeping up on what's available in the market to watching more capture card reviews. And I understand that. And so that's kind of the fall off with a lot of educational channels, is once you kind of graduate a certain video category, you got no reason to come back. And that's part of the reason it's fun to do streams, because you have another way of engaging with your audience that isn't, you must care about this specific topic in order to watch me. So it's kind of a back and forth struggle of running a channel like this that I am coming to terms with. And I think really kind of locking down better thumbnails makes a huge difference. I want to see the equivalent of a back of the book, or at least a very short summary on the copyright page for every video in case you want to know what it's about before you watch it. That, my friend, would be the entire point of the intro of the video. That is what the video intro is for. Or the description. All right, let's find another example that was bad. This HDR streaming tutorial thumbnail was terrible. I made this right before I moved out. It was one of the last videos I made in my apartment, in the old retro room. But realistically, like even right now, and maybe you all can help me brainstorm it, it's a video about streaming HDR to YouTube. How am I going to convey that? I have done before, if we search my channel real quick, I've done a video where I showed HDR to SDR tone mapping, where it's like all washed out, and then it goes to like super punchy and saturated, and people were pissed about it, but it did a decent job, I guess. But like, what do I show? Like, I couldn't make that, like the little quality control button, like I could make that really big and just take up the screen. Maybe that's it. Like we could probably go back to that thumbnail actually. But I'm not really sure what the hell to show. And in fact, I need to make another thumbnail, or, you know, I'm making another video on this subject soon for something I can't talk about yet. And I need to be able to show it. And I'm not really sure what to do for it. Like I couldn't even take a screenshot of it because a screenshot in HDR doesn't come out right. So I had to take a phone picture of it, which is why I'm left it small. All right, so let's scrap the frame. Let's scrap the text. Let's just work with this. Like, do I just do this? That looks dumb as hell. But do I just make that like a sidebar? Drop it below my face and just have me pointing at it? Like, is it that simple? Did I overthink it that much? I probably did. I was exhausted and about to move. Where's the bread? The bread's right here, Ice. I got the biggest bread on Twitch. I got the biggest bread. The biggest bread on Twitch. No one has bigger bread than I do. Got the biggest bread. Big bread on Twitch. Biggest bread. Nice bread. Thank you. Image of a monitor with the YouTube logo on it and some... Yeah, but that doesn't really convey... Yeah, like the only thing that I know to show for HDR is YouTube saying HDR. Unless I want to do the whole split tone map thing again. Which I could do. It's simple, it kind of works. And obviously my expression here isn't very excited. Like I could pull up the neural filters and fuck with it. I don't know if that's gonna make me not look like a demon. So like that kind of works. That's better. Honestly, this is better than what I released the first time. So I'm kind of annoyed at that because it was that simple. Smart portrait. Expressions. Happiness. I can't see it. Dock the panel. Dock the panel. Dock the panel. Hello? Can I not dock this? All right. Oh my God! Oh! Oh! Oh no! That's not even what my teeth look like. Those are not my teeth. What the f- Why did it summon buck-looking teeth? I thought it would... Oh, and they get worse the lower you turn it down. I thought it would just, like, turn me into a smile. Turn me into a smile. Turn my... Like, make my face smile. It's got that hillbilly AI. Oh my god. What does anger look like? Click that thumbnail so fast. Honestly, for the memes, it might be worth it. Like, most people probably would just to be like, what the hell? It screws up the... I gotta turn off the stroke. I don't know why it's using that. So I can just, like, duplicate this, turn off the effects. Actually, no, I need the effects, so turn off those. Oh my god. Increase the piss level. Turn this back on. Hello? Oh, I hate the cloud processing. It still uses up like GPU specs, and yet it's cloud processing. Yeah, that just looks dumb. Alright, featured. Facial age? Oh dear. Grandpa! Oh, I do not want to age. I love that turning it down just makes my hair dark. Turning up hair thickness actually makes it look thinner. Turning it down looks horrifying. It's been a while since I've played with these. They're so much fun. Oh, eye direction. Can we just, like, look that way? Does that look better or looking at the camera? I think looking at the camera probably is more. Alright, let's just turn this up. Go with the god. Oh my god, they're even worse now! I can't. This makes me so uncomfortable. I am... Oh my god, it makes me uncomfortable. Oh, eye direction changes my smile. Oh my god. Those are the worst looking teeth I have ever seen. What? Catch a stream and this is what... Oh my god. No, I didn't mean to click that. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, that's hot. Liquefy face. Oh my god. Face aware. Eye size. Fuck it. Oh my god. I'm so uncomfortable. And I think we're doing it. Why did Photoshop's AI come up with those teeth? We don't gotta make British jokes about teeth. Come on. That's crappy. Alright. We're rolling with it. Because views. How to show all your imperfections with 4K. It makes me so uncomfortable. And that might compel someone to click or someone to run super far away. Honestly, the video isn't going anywhere at this point anyway. Oh my god, it's so bad. Oh, it's so bad. It's simultaneously, in the smaller view here, looks like I have giant top teeth, but also an underbite that you somehow can't see. I'm just rolling with it, because I get a lot of clicks off of WTF factors. I used to use a lot of liquefy stuff to, like, bait people, and people would get pissed. It's funny, though. Alright. I wouldn't click on it either, but at this point, I don't care. Alright, Ooh, this interview. We should mess with both the title and thumbnail of this video, because this was a really good talk with the creator of NDI, Dr. Andrew Cross. Like, really good talk. It did not perform very well. Granted, it's a 30-minute interview. I could honestly still kind of, like, so I've run into this issue, and it's obvious, because that's what happens with podcast stuff, but, like, even with my more recent Behind the Streams podcast, no matter how clickbaity I make it sound, like, it's hard to get people to watch this. Now, people watched the Mr. Greggles one, and I don't know if that's because he shared it a lot, or because I went super clickbaity on the title, which admittedly, like, it's how I feel, but, like, I don't even know where it is, but it was just, like, the most impressive stream setup I've ever seen. And, like, a lot of people clicked on that, and that's fine. Like, it was the truth, and even the picture was directly from his setup. But, like, with the Cadiosaurus one, I tried, like, 4 different combinations and never really got that working. And the same thing here. And so I think for future behind the stream stuff, I just, like, I have one already shot with BBK Dragoon. I've got some other guests queued up. Like, I think I need to just break out smaller excerpts as videos. But, like, clearly, this title is way too long. The thumbnail's, like, you got 2 smiling faces, but it doesn't really, this isn't a good thumbnail. So we should remake it. I think it was 2020. NDI cross interview. There we go. Are there more behind the streams coming? Hell yeah. The future of streaming was created by this guy. I feel like there was something in my water. But what's the thumbnail concept? Like, I just focus on this dude, so cut me out. Screw me. Cut the frame out, cut the text out. I got him. Like, Do I just put, like, NDI? Does that need to be all that's said? Pics of NDI stuff. NDI stuff isn't super, like, descript necessarily. Like, you got the bird dog stuff, which I would maybe rather save for when I'm doing a bird dog video. Like, this isn't really obvious to anyone what this is. I could go with, like, one of these, the kiloviews. I don't know, like, that's a lot of tiny details. I don't know if anyone, like, no one knows what that is. Like, it doesn't stand out to anyone as, like, I know what that is. I want to learn about it. But maybe that's it. Maybe it's like, I don't know what that is. I want to learn about it. What the hell is that? Camera fiber converter adapter. Oh, it's a backpack. Okay. Let's try this. Give him the Gaming Christ meme. Ah! Is there, like, a source of this, or do I just gotta splice him over top the existing splice? Oh, it's just a picture of Jesus. Can I find the bigger picture? Someone find me that picture. The long hair kind of breaks it, though. He doesn't have that. I don't know that I'm comfortable with it, with him not having that hair, though. It would be funny. I don't know that it's the right call. I don't even know what NDI is, and I've been following you for a few months now on YouTube. That's okay. So NDI is a technology that allows you to basically stream video feeds between computers, and historically it's just been within your local network, but now with the newer update with a tech called NDI Bridge, that didn't delete anything. What the heck? It allows you to stream over the internet as well. But basically it allows me to take, like, a camera feed or a desktop capture or a gameplay or whatever and send it losslessly effectively. Not completely, but, you know, really high quality and low latency between endpoints. So that instead of having capture cards and video cables... Ooh, Alex, that is a much better title. But instead of having, like, capture cards and video cables and stuff running everywhere, you just connect it all to a network. It's actually really cool, and I'm switching my entire studio over to it this quarter. Got a bunch of NDI gear coming in. Alright, so we get an outer glow going on that. Drop it behind him. I don't know what the hell just happened there. Maybe I mask out the text? I feel like that's too much text that people are going to be drawn to. Maybe I like clone stamp it? Oh, that's on him. Audio sync issues. There can be. There doesn't have to be, though. What about that on a pile of broken capture cards? That's too many small details, probably. You won't be able to tell what the pile of broken capture cards are. Damn it. Can I spot heal it instead? Like, can I just... Yes! Based. Alright, let's do some of that too. We can kind of keep cleaning it up, blending it in. That's probably fine. Yeah, but it's a gradient. Like, there's lighting on this image, so there's a gradient. So if I just spray paint the color, it's not going to match. Like, that's going to really get messy. I think if I spot heal over the E2, that would be beneficial, but we leave the NDI HX, since that's kind of the point. And, like, honestly, this doesn't look super blend, but when it's a thumbnail, like, it doesn't matter. And I can blur it a bit too. That's probably fine. Could you make a selection to make it act like a stamp? That's literally what I just did. I clone stamped it. That's how I covered it up the first time. Like, I can... But then we start... Best way to blur it out would be the right NDI on it. Actually, you're not wrong. So then we do spot heal that NDI. Do I keep it vertical, like going down, or do I just write it right here? I wonder. Uh, 10:06 is a better shot of him smiling. I will try to grab that. I hate cutting people out, but hopefully it'll be easy to grab. Like, should I just do like this and spot heal those logos out as well? Or do I try to frame it and angle it? I got like perspective warp. Oh, I gotta rasterize it. Up and down? Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't work. Alright. I wish Photoshop had more direct, like, corner pinning. Corner pinning is so easy to use. That looks kind of dumb. I don't like that at all. It looks like it says ZDI. We can try just typing down. I don't know that I like that either. Transform, distort. Okay. Okay, yeah, honestly, that's probably fine. I gotta rasterize again. There was some tool I keep seeing on TikTok over and over where you can like set up the planes. So you can like it gives you planes and you can map a plane to a surface and it then tracks your subject there. Vanishing point, yes. That's what it was. It's in filters? Yeah! And like I can just be like, oh, that didn't do anything. Oh, okay, I see. Undo. There we go. I don't think I did anything with that. I don't think that did anything. What was I supposed to, like... I created the plane. Now where do I select the image to go on the plane? Select all on the layer you want to place. Open the vanishing point. Paste? So like, I copy the text? Oh. Oh! Oh, it's got its own transform menu and everything. Alright, this is perfect. I'm going to use this a lot in the future. Okay, but now I did it over top. Alright, I gotta make a new layer for it. That's definitely super wonky, but that is perfect. I'm gonna use this a lot in the future. About there. Hide our original layer. There we go. Alright, so time codes 10 something, 1327, and 1006. I don't feel like he smiled at all at 1006. Oh, there we go. Let's try 1327. Oh. Let's go back. 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. There we go. That one's probably fine. We're gonna sharpen him a bit as well. That's usually not flattering for people, but he's kind of blurry for some reason. We're gonna turn down that opacity a bit. And then he needs a little bit of a contrast boost. There we go. That's a way better thumbnail. I need to find Alex's old title about killing capture cards. That one was probably better. It's more clickbaity, but it's fine. I don't see it. What was it, Alex? It was like he killed capture cards or something. This guy killed capture cards forever. Perfect. Alright, export as. Great. This interview deserves more views. So, like, unlike the Rainway video, which was... I mean, it was a sponsored video, and I like Rainway, but the video itself was kind of eh. This video should get more. Maybe you already said it. Any thoughts on the fact that there's going to be a 4GB VRAM version, VRAM graphics card? Just like in general? Like, that's fine. It's going to be like a 750 Ti equivalent. Most people don't need a whole lot of VRAM. Only gamers really do. And video editors. Like, that's fine. 4GB used to be a ton. My 970 still kicks ass, and it's only 4 gigs. 3.5 plus 0.5. This guy killed capture. I'm gonna put capture cards as proper nouns, even though they're not. Capture cards forever! Exclamation point. And we're gonna look at it in the thumbs up app or website as well. I dig it. I think it works. What tool is this? This is called Thumbs Up. Free website. Yeah, I mean, I think this works. That freaking slays. I'm hoping that means this video will kick more ass. I feel like I need a better one for the Cadiasaurus interview now. I don't know what to do for it. I don't want to, like, clickbait one of our OnlyFans pics or something like that, but I'm not sure how to serve it better. Let's look at this one in the, like, channel page first, though. Because there was another one I wanted to redo as well, which was this one. Oh, what? It didn't update the thumbnail on this view. It updated the title, but not the thumbnail. Yeah, what the hell? YouTube cache? Huh. Well, whenever YouTube cache updates, hopefully it will perform better. Let's do... Most of these are okay. That one's terrible, but frankly, I don't care enough about the video to change it. 2 years later. Let's change this one, and then we'll go back up to my Cadiasaurus interview. So this was shot on the ZV-1. The ZV-1 is such a good camera. Like, it has a distinct look because of the smaller sensor. But, like, it's so sharp and crisp for such a tiny camera. Looking incognito, we could check. Hey, there it is. Yeah, that looks way better. And since it's this guy, Like, you don't know who he is looking at his face, but then you know it's this guy, and you want to know who he is and how he killed capture cards. I feel like putting NDI there, it covered up... I'm torn, because it covered up the, like, splotchiness, but it kind of gives away the secret. But theoretically, most people aren't going to be, like, super in tune with what NDI is, so it probably doesn't matter. It's probably fine. I loved this thumbnail. It's kind of messy, the mini DV capture one. But, like, you got me with the camera and you got a stack of tapes. Like, I feel like that's so good. Is it bad to have his name on the title? I don't want to, because most people who find the video, like, they don't know who he is, so it doesn't add to it. And it could only serve to potentially turn people away who don't know who he is. Whereas putting it, like, it would be good SEO if people are looking for him, but that's where the tags and description would come up anyway. Like, if someone was looking for Andrew Cross interview or Dr. Andrew Cross interview, this would still show up in search and they would recognize his face and still click on it. So I think it's fine. So I want to change this thumbnail with the Twitch competitors. I thought it was good. Maybe it just wasn't a topical enough video, but like, I felt like it was really topical at the time. Brian was coming up, Glimish was coming up, Trovo was coming up, Mixer shut down. Like, I feel like it was really topical. And like, the thumbnail isn't great in terms of like design aspects or photography. But like, it serves that simple purpose. Maybe I just put Mixer and Glimish in the title, because honestly, I don't even know what these other streaming sites are now on these two. Maybe they're just not recognizable now, and that's the problem. Maybe I put Glimish and Mixer. These platforms can't beat Twitch. Interesting. Yeah. Trovo, Glimish. I'm guessing one of those is like Theta. That might even be VidMe. I don't even know now. And obviously Brime. Hover.gg. Is that the little... Oh, I have so much to say about Hover, even though I've barely used it. Help me remember to talk about that in a little bit. Maybe a headstone with the failed competitor's logo on it. Ooh, that would be sick. To answer Mayor Public's question, how effective is putting tags in the file name before uploading it to YouTube? Absolutely none at all. And anyone who ever suggested it to you never thought twice about it, because it's an absolutely insane idea to even fathom. It affects absolutely nothing. Twitch killed better platforms. Twitch alternatives have zero chance. I feel like leaving it that is more in the modern clickbait style of just like a short thought, whereas my head wants to go at succeeding or at winning. Like, I want to add a thing to it, but I think just zero chance is the more like Casey Neistat clickbaity kind of style. Twitch clones have zero chance, but they're not really clones. Add ... Yeah, you're right. 3 dots. All right. So the thumbnail, we got just dropping it to one site and then headstones. I think I've tried headstones before and I just never make it look good, because I did that with something. It's not a terrible idea, I just don't know that I can pull it off. I think that's my problem. Because, like, the core idea here isn't bad. We can drop the frame and the logo and make me bigger a little bit. I can't go too much bigger without cropping off the hand. Not that it really matters. I could flip me. You can't really see over here on the right side that I'm giving a thumbs down. If I do something like this, you see the thumbs down a little more clearly. And then maybe, like, we come over here, where are the icons? We hide most of these. And we just do, like... I don't want it to seem like I'm just shitting on Glimish, but... Ooh! I have an idea. I need the Mixer logo, though. I don't know if I still have it. Could even hide the other hand. You could. Wait. I wanna try this first, and then we can cut the hand later. Mixer. Do I even have mixer? Mix panel. Nope, I don't. Okay. That one should be recognizable, right? The circle. That's not the actual. That's the bullshit fake transparent background. Should I go for one of the circles or just the X? Again, that's a fake transparent background because people are shit. Which, like, I realize if you're having all of your web traffic and advertising stolen by Google Images, then you want to do something about it. But also, is your site really that sustainable if that's what your ad revenue is based off of? Oh, this one's a circle, but it's cropped. There's like, the top and bottom are flattened. How hard is it to get a logo? Mixer streaming. Yeah, that's the one with the freaked up circle. How do you mess that up? Wait, go back. We had one. That's the... And the sides? Who makes these? Who said that was okay? I don't think it matters for the thumbnail, but I don't think I can go with it without... We can just make our own. What am I doing? We can make our own. So we take this. Yeah, it definitely wasn't official. It wasn't an official logo. But we take this. We take this. We get rid of the white on this one. Oh, it still has a stroke. Did I not see that before? I just need the two shapes. This is the one I'm thinking of. Get rid of the white. Oh, it has the stroke from the group. Okay. We dye that one white. We generate a circle. Yeah, the Wikipedia logo is going to be the full text though. We don't want that. We just want to rip off this one. 100 by 100. And we resize from there. Because I don't want just the X. I want the X in the circle. There we go. And then we group that one together. So what if we... This might be a little too over the top. But my idea was, what if I put the mixer one just like big front and center here? And I think we do cut the hand off. Let me turn off these effects. Yeah, let's cut the hand off. So I'm going to duplicate this and just erase it. It's like I'm being Thanos snapped away. That's freaky. Mixer, I don't feel so good. All right. So what if we take the big one like that and move it below... Oh, that's not the right one. Move it below the other logos. And just have these other logos be like really tiny, like at Mixer's feet. Does that make sense? Like... Oh god, you're right. I could just do the Thanos snap on the Mixer logo. Okay, tell me what you think is better. Doing like these little logos. Like just kind of sprinkled here. They're all like black squares though, so it's kind of hard to differentiate. But like do something like this. Or find a filter that will just Thanos snap the Mixer logo. Dissolve, drop a gradient mask on it. Well, even better. Yeah, I think that's too much. Like, I love the concept, especially if I get some outer glows or something. I think it's a little too much. I don't know. I really love it. I think I love it too much. I think I'm too up my own head too much with this. I think I should just keep the mixer one. Cut off my top of my head a bit here. Take up more space. Yeah, I think... Alright. So... set layer blend to dissolve. And drop a gradient mask on it. Black to white. Oh man, that's perfect. I don't know if it conveys clearly though. Does that really show what I want it to show? Is that obvious enough? Texture needs to be bigger. I don't have control over that. Turn the right side of the logo slightly black and white. Can I do a clipping mask on top of this? Will that work? Nope. DJ Joshua D with the Prime sub. Thank you for stopping by the stream. You get a bread bonk. 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 I feel like this is close, but I'm not sure. I could like mosaic filter it. So like what if I need to delete that. Oh look, Twitch chat's dying again. Thanks, Twitch. I literally think I watch every video on you make. Well, thank you! Holy crap. But you talk about more than one service. I know, like that's... I think my idea of the little sprinkled logos actually will work. Let's go back to that. Turn on these. I just need the right, like, way to differentiate them. It's like we got Mixer, the big boss here. Well, the big recognizable one. Like, get a nice glow going or something. And then little glows on these guys, maybe? Yeah, that could work. Honestly, at this point, I think we've invested too much time for the ROI we will get, so it's fine to just leave it. Flying in at various sizes from the bottom. What if we, yeah, maybe, what if we, where are these at? So like, the smaller one's closer to the logo, the bigger one's like down further. Tell me if I just undid this looking good. Like I have these down. That one needs to be shrunk a little bit. And have these like up towards it. Like, does that look good? Or does that look worse? It's hard to tell, isn't it? I think this works. It looks better than the first one. Like, it's very similar to the first one, but it's better. So we're gonna ship it. As Joshua just said. All right. Export. All right. We got like one more we can maybe do, and then I probably need to wrap up today's stream. I've been going for 3 hours. Holy hell. Yeah. Actually, it's already 1 a.m. We should probably call it here. We're definitely going to do more streams like this. I realize this is not the most exciting thing, so you're probably like, no, please. But we're probably going to do more of this on stream at some point just to keep me in line with doing it. And then we got some other exciting stuff planned. Probably Friday. Oh, that's the wrong thumbnail. I believe Friday, my wife and I are going to do a co-op gaming stream. We haven't decided what game we're going to play, but we're either going to trade off or do a co-op game. We've been wanting to get back to doing the Let's Play Together style streams. And so we're probably going to have a dual stream there on Friday evening, starting around like 9 or 10. Okay. Yeah, I think this is much more compelling. It remains to be seen if YouTube will actually like the way it updates, if anyone will actually be exposed to it again. The timestamp. Yeah. Honestly, it's fine though. Like on the mobile one, it covers up one of the logos, but like it's not important information. You don't need that logo. You still see the other logos and know that there's probably one there, or if not, who cares? Like I think that works. Yeah, I think we ship it. I think that freaking rules. All right. We have potentially recovered some videos. So I will keep an eye on them. We have the VOD here as proof. So like we can see the view counts they were at, and we can go back and check on them in a month or so and see if they got a spike in analytics or anything. And if they do, I'll report back. If not, I either forgot about it because ADHD, or it made no progress because no one cared about the video, which is totally fine. It was still worth doing, getting the practice in, because what we improve on these older videos, we can do better for the newer ones. But yeah, I do appreciate you all hanging out with me in today's stream. I hope you learned something, got something out of it, had some fun. Appreciate every single one of you. Appreciate the subs and the gifted subs and the double raid we got today. You guys are amazing, and gals. And yeah. Remember, if you subscribe on Twitch, you do get early access to videos and behind-the-scenes content in a secret Discord chat in our Discord over at discord.gg/EposVox. If you want some rock and metal music that you can use in your streams and videos and podcasts, we have that available as well. Backandtrack.gg, free downloads in our Discord server. Watch me on Nebula if you want cool stuff. What other? Well, I don't know what else at this point. Go check out my. Okay, one more thing I want to show you before you leave. I have started doing a personal art project. Instead of just teaching you all, I'm finally doing like my own thing. It's glitch art. The site is called Scratch Disc. It's glitchart.gg. You can check out some of my work here. It's all cool animated analog stuff. I've got this whole big analog effects rack I've been working on to do some of these pieces. And I do have a Patreon for it as well at patreon.com/glitchart. I can't believe that URL was available. Maybe I'm an asshole for taking it, maybe not. You can go support that if you want to get some downloads and wallpapers and some behind the scenes on that as well. Otherwise, that is all I have for you officially. Appreciate you all spending your evening with me. Look forward to seeing you on Friday for a cool gaming stream, and we might even have a stream in between then. Otherwise, got a video coming tomorrow and one Friday. Thank you so much again. I will see you all later. Bye-bye.